Studying the Holocaust, it's not just memorizing facts, it's learning about a consciousness of human rights.
History does play into what we're doing now, and why it's so important to continue to learn about the Holocaust.
We see white supremacy on the rise. We see anti-Semitism on the rise.
I think this organization is unique in its ability to complement other organizations in Birmingham in building, hopefully, the building blocks and developing a foundation where we will build a generation that will not be hampered by those prejudices.
The BHEC is uniquely positioned with our educators, our library, our primary sources, our speakers and Holocaust survivors, to be able to be a voice and to promote positive change and dialogue.
We need to continue to share the stories, continue to share firsthand knowledge, and have those survivor stories out there.
I tell my mother's story at schools and civic centers and
having the survivor come in and speak to my students is something that I simply can't do as a teacher. And I think that's the most powerful impact that the BHEC has on my classroom is being able to take what I discuss with my students, and then here's this human face to it. Here's this human who survived everything that we're talking about.
Just looking at the people in the room that I'm talking to and seeing how they're affected.
And I saw the power of Holocaust education on students and how it changes their perspective on human nature, human interaction, and basically their worldview.
And the question I think that really got to me was one of the girls in the class asked, what advice would you give our generation so that nothing like this happens again?
All the information that we've discussed, everything that we've talked about in class, you can see it becoming real to them.
Through their programs, how people are able to see it not just as events in history, but as human events, and they can connect with the people that it affected.
We take turns presenting, on different topics related to the Holocaust.
We go and learn this, we come back, we teach it to other teachers, and then those teachers teach it to their students.
You know, anti-Semitism and other isms have been around for generations, you know, that are passed down from one part of the family to the other, with ideas of what a certain group is and why we should hate this group or fear this group.
I want my students to be able to feel good about themselves by being able to recognize when they are being a bystander to injustice.
When they're young, they will be able to take those lessons into adulthood and hopefully affect real change in the world.
This is what we need. We need the things that the Birmingham Holocaust Education Center is able to teach.
So by your contribution, we are able to make sure that this history is known and that it never happens again.
The mission of the Birmingham Holocaust Education Center is to train teachers across the state of Alabama so that they may be able to talk to their students about the Holocaust. As Elie Wiesel once said, education is the tool to make change, positive change. And education also is the best tool we have to combat anti-Semitism, racism, and intolerance. The new home for the Birmingham Holocaust Education Center will allow the BHEC to continue its mission, to continue to educate the next generations about the Holocaust so that we never forget. It's a generational project, and I hope you will agree to be part of it.
This is why I keep emphasizing to teach the young kids of what happened and to make sure that this never happens again.